further into the Scottish Highlands, way up north for a treat that everybody should try to do at least once, a visit to the Carnegie Club and Skibo Castle.
This castle, set in the Highlands of Scotland, is where the richest man in the world lived, Andrew Carnegie. The bagpiper strolls the grounds every morning, just like they did when Andrew lived here. Here at Skibo Castle, they have preserved a place and time for all those visiting to enjoy, just as they did back then. Mr. Carnegie, as they call him in Scotland, this is his room. Everything is just like he left it. Andrew brought a lifestyle to the Highlands which had never been seen, from the radios and the clocks to the bathroom fixtures. And this is the glorious view Andrew would see every morning from his bedroom.
You can almost feel the presence of Andrew Carnegie in his prized possession, his library. The books are preserved in perfect condition. Joan and I enjoy a little afternoon chess in the library. There's a certain formality at the Carnegie Club. Dinner is served by candlelight and chef's menu. I'm sure the way Mr. Carnegie would have liked it.
And when you're seated here for dinner at Skibo Castle, there is no telling who you will be seated next to. Maybe a prince, maybe an author, maybe even a president. Andrew Carnegie, short in stature, only 5'2", was a giant of a man. And his vision influenced the way we live today. Some of the music that Andrew Carnegie loved is played every day right here on one of the finest pipe organs in Europe or anywhere else in the world. Attention to detail is evident everywhere you walk in Skibo Castle, and the artwork that is here is to be enjoyed, not put on display. And the lifestyle that prevails here is respected and preserved by those who work here.
Just being here is inspiring. So many well-known people have strolled through these gardens or played golf. And one man who welcomes all who come, Angus McLaren, recalls memories.
Sometimes here you want to live forever. It's just so lovely. And it's unchanging, which maybe that's one of the attractive things about it. In the garden, you look out over the gardens and they've been like that since, give or take a few changes, since the days when the monks were here. You know, we're talking about 12th century. Unchanging. Yeah, we're looking west here, out way over to the west of Scotland to eventually the Atlantic, although we're a wee bit far away from that. And coming closer, you'll see this little loch which was created by Andrew Carnegie because he liked fishing.
Speaking of the Carnegie Loch, Mark had a great time trout fishing with Alistair. And for me, I got that romantic rowboat ride I always wanted. I was really impressed with the covered swimming pool, just like it was and still is. Tell us about the Monk's Golf Course.
It's a 9-hole golf course. Which he came to golf very late in life, and how good he was, it's hard to know, but I reckon that you had to let him beat you all the time. Otherwise you never played with him again. That's probably not true, but that's what they reckon anyway.
I caught up with David Richardson on the Monk's Course. He was telling me all about the history of the course and the castle. And as I looked across, I noticed a sight that I couldn't help but photograph. I've got to say, it was exciting for me just to see these equestrian riders ride through the Highlands of Scotland with Skibo Castle in the background. Now, anyone that loves the sport of equestrian They will love Skibo. They have an equestrian center there that is one of the finest in Europe. David, as you were saying,
Well, the first people to live at Skibo were the Vikings, who appeared in around about 800, but they were replaced in somewhere like 1220 or thereabouts by the Roman Catholic Church. The bishop who built his cathedral in Dornoch also built his home at Skibo. And there was also a friary in Dornoch, and the monks would come out to visit Skibo, and they'd come out on retreat and meditate. And across the fields we have what we today call the Monk's Walk, where tradition says the monks would walk as they meditated. And that is the walk that now gives its name to our members-only golf course, the Monk's Walk golf course. And it was designed some 5 or 6 years ago by Donald Steele, one of our most noted golf architects. Now, he also designed the Carnegie Links, a championship course which follows the line of the Dornoch Firth, and which replaced an earlier course built by Andrew Carnegie some 100 years ago. It is a superb course. Many greats have played it. Greg Norman and Fred Couples played the wonderful world of golf here in '96, and many other great golfers visit us regularly to practice on its fine fairways.
I did play the Carnegie Links with their great pro, David Thompson, but I'm not the only one. Greg Norman has played this course, Bill Clinton has played this course, and many more. Let's talk with David.
The beauty of Skibo is it's to be treated like your home. When you arrive here, you're treated as a member of the family. It's just a big family. It's not snooty, it's not upper class or anything like that. It's a wonderful golf facility with a fantastic castle, and everybody's welcome. You know? And it's a beautiful place to come and chill out.
I've got to ask you one more question now. Did Bill Clinton get over here and play golf?
He did, a form of golf.
Now,
Presidential golf.
I didn't want to ask him, but did he really play okay?
He had some good shots, yeah.
Okay. Okay, Bill, you did good. Once again, David, thank you for being on USA Golf and Travel.
Thanks a lot, Wayne.
Whoa, I didn't expect this as I came into the lobby. But now it's time for the guests at Skibo Castle to take part in the falconry show, something we don't see every day. Here is a regal-looking European eagle owl showing us how trained he is.
This has been great. Alistair has taught me clay pigeon shooting. You know, I like to dove hunt and do a little pheasant hunting, and this is great to keep you in shape. It really is.
Yeah. Excellent. Keeps your eye in.
It does. I'm going to have to work on that from left to right.
Very good. You did well.
Look at this sumptuous room. I've toured castles, but I never actually stayed in one. And you can see the whole experience at Skibo Castle is fit for a king and queen. The clock on the mantel says, well, it's time to go. We took one last look at the world's only dual flag with the Union Jack and Stars and Stripes, ordered by the U.S. Congress and Parliament, and it flies proudly at the Carnegie Club. Then, just for a final tour of the grounds, they took me out in their own antique fire-engine red convertible for even more fun.
All good things must come to an end, Rebecca. And as we leave Skibo and head towards Edinburgh down the beautiful Scottish highways, we have one more stop.
USA Golf and Travel, Golfing Country, and Hotel Video Showcase has visited more than 40 countries through the years. Now we are compiling some of our editor's choice favorites